Hey, what's up, it's mikeyperion here. Welcome back to another episode of tazzcraft SMP. And today is the 40th of February, and we know that today is the day of love and those cheesy stuff. But no one has to be lonely today because I'm here to say to you guys, Happy Valentine's Day and sending to you guys all my love into our lovely viewers and subscribers from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for giving me so much love to our channel, and I really appreciate them. And my gratitude is tremendously above level because I love it, right? So now let's get into our episode. So from the last episode, we have done all of the roadworks around the city that encircles the entire platform that we have built 2 episodes ago, which is basically the entire area of our city on the rise, the cyber perion city. Well, let's go up here because this is where I left the map so we can have again a nice overview of the layout of our city. So as you can see here, this is a lot of roadworks that we have done during the last episode, except for this roundabout in the middle that we have done a couple of episodes ago, and we have 3 annexing roads going to different directions, which is I think is a good layout for a city, right? And I also have run the stone factory right over here before this recording because you need a constant supply of this smooth stone for every build that we make, right? But before we started working on our structures and buildings in our city, I want first to organize our stuff right over here because we are still using these shulkers and we don't have any proper storage for these items that we have. So for today's episode, we are going to prioritize building our base of operations over there below the waters adjacent to our tree farm on the side, so we can at least work properly in the future. So that we are going to do here, of course, we have to be organized, we have to be, pretty much well, organized. So of course I don't like clutters, and I don't like being too chaotic in terms of our work. So basically we also have this old fashioned ladder right over here. Of course, you have to build an elevator or 2 elevators for this episode on this area right over here that will connect to our base of operations in the bottom part of this platform. So basically what I'm planning to build for this episode is our base of operations where we can work properly in order to prepare for our builds for our episodes. So basically this is the locations where we are going to have our base of operations, which is actually similar to what we have done in the new Hyperion city, which is what we call the headquarters in the new Hyperion city. So basically it will work the same, but we are not going to have multi-item sorting system. So basically this is going to be the base of operations. So basically it will have a high roof that will connect these 2 levels of our tree farm, so at least we can easily work around to go around our city. So basically we are also going to have it like an archway or something like an arc roof that we are going to make this impressive, to look impressive for this build. So I guess that's a good plan for this base of operations, and I also have to retain those artifacts at the back. So basically we are going to see that later. So without further ado, let's get started. So already have marked some holes for our elevators that we are going to build for this episode. So basically we are going to have 2 elevators connecting our base of operations to the surface. So basically it will be underneath this section of our platform right over here, which is under the waters up to this backside right over here. So let's go down here to see it better. So as you can see here, we also got a shipwreck right over here, which I think it's a good idea to retain this because it's gonna be a good checker in our room. So I guess it's a nice idea to retain these artifacts around. So the elevator will go through this shipwreck right over here down to the bottom to the seabed on this part right over here. So we are going to have entrance there and another elevator on that side right over there. So basically we are going to have 2 elevators like I said. So basically we are also going to clear out this once we have built the room. So I know that's a lot of work, so well of course let's start doing it, right? And already have marked the perimeter of our room for our base of operations, of course with some sea lanterns because it's pretty dark here, right? But let me kill this drown first because he's interrupting our recording session for this episode. And some gold. But anyways, so basically we are also going to have glass walls on the side, so at least we can have a nice view of this seabed and those fishes swimming around. And we are also going to have a nice glass arc roof, which is still under the water, which is I think it will look cool from the ground. So let me kill this squid right over here because I'm a squid serial killer. So basically, I guess that's a nice idea, right? So I made this structure right over here, so at least we can have a guide of what we are going to build for this room. So basically, like I said, we are going to have a nice arc on the top, and of course, you are also going to have a glass walls with some frames on the sides, similar to what we have done there, but with some sea lanterns. But I guess, well, I guess it will be alright, right? And I think it's gonna be awesome once we already have built the roof, so let's see that later. And now we have done these pillars and beams on the sides, so basically now it's time to build the roof, so at least we can follow through with this arc formation right over here. So basically we are going to alternate this with some glasses, and let me remove this because this has to be some stones, and yes, well, another squid though. But anyway, so I'm just going to continue building this, cover this with glass walls, and I'll be back. Unfortunately, we already ran out of some lime dye for this stained glass. Actually, it's bone meal what we're missing. We still got some green dyes, but of course, we need to mix them, right? But I already have contacted Tasman because he has a skelly farm. So at least I guess we can trade some of his bones with some of our rockets, because I also think that he also needs some rockets. Well, let's just wait for his reply. So Taz and I agreed to trade 2 stacks of flight tree rockets with 6 stacks of these bones. I guess this will be good enough for the meantime, because in the future we are also going to build our awesome mob farm. So well, this will just do for the moment, I guess. So I did a side ship here in the jungle biome because this is near Tasman's base. Well, since it's the Valentine, I want to bring our lonely bird in our base with this lovely girl right over here. So at least he won't be lonely for this Valentine's, right? Well, I guess they will like each other. I hope so. Well, so let's ready her to meet our bachelor at home. So let's go there now. And of course, let's get back to work, and we're almost done on these glass blazing operations. But anyway, so this is how it looks like now, which is looking pretty good, right? But of course, we still have a lot of work for this place. We are going to clear out the waters. Of course, I don't want to flood this place with water, and well, basically, I'm not totally fine of conduits or basically swimming in the water, because somehow it, you know, I feel suffocated. I better much, well, let's just clear out this water and I'll be back. And for the end time, I hope this will be the last time that I'll be doing this ever. Yeah, I've been clearing out waters all of my life. Well, I know that's pretty exaggerated, but anyway, so well, we still have to do this, and I know this is very tedious, but well, like I said, I don't want to feel like drowning or something like sort of that, but of course, sacrifices has to be made. Especially this word of time. But anyways, let me just continue working on this and let's see how this will go. And chug. So well, we're now removing this wall of sand. So basically, wait, how do I place a torch on this sea lantern? So let's put some sand. Yeah, okay, well, somehow I know this is pretty boring job to do, but well, at least we're making progress, right? So far we have accomplished one row or one section right over here. So I guess there are like 5 sections. Of course, we have to do this for the sake that we have to finish this project and we have to have our base of operations, of course. Well, I chose this location. I know it's a challenging task. It's not actually challenging. It's more of like a boring stuff though. But anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to make a room of 5 by 5, and same on this part right over here. I lost count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so basically, of course, like we always do, we contain a 5 by 5 room in order to do this. And yes, and 2 sections down, so well, 3 more to go. And of course, I also have retained these ruins or structures that we have here. Basically, of course, we are going to make this like a decor in our room. Well, yeah, I guess it's nice to have, right? Well, if you're guys asking me on how do I manage to be entertained while doing this boring task, well, most of the time I just listen to music. Of course, not when recording, because of course you have to consider copyright, you know. Copyright songs. Well, for this part, I guess you have to make it 7, but instead of 5 by 5, we are going to do it by 3 by 7, because I think that's how the sponges can accommodate that amount of water, right? Well, this has more rows, but yeah, well, we still have to do it. And anyway, so I got this drying what do you call this, a furnace to dry up our sea sponge. So basically we just need to transfer it here so it will be more accessible, right? And anyways, I'll be back. And now the beauty of this place starts to reveal, which is pretty much, it's pretty cool, right? So we're more than halfway done, I guess. So we still have 2 rows right over here that we have to clear. Well, especially that this place is pretty complicated because we got structures and this hole right over here, but I guess it's manageable. And after 3 hours of these clearing operations, and we're done. And I forgot to remove these sponges because I'm too excited to show you this, guys. But anyway, so well, the next thing that we have to do is to put the elevators going down here on both sides. So basically we are going to have 2 elevators. On this side we are going to have like an express elevator that will just push up or boost us up, and on this part we are going to have levels. Well, levels, of course, you also need an access on that platform right over there because we are going to close our current access. Of course, we have to have a nicer functionalities here in the base. Well, yes, well, this actually the surrounding area is not really that visible from these lime green glasses. I was actually expecting that it will be more visible, but I guess these still look awesome, right? And now we're building this express elevator that will boost us up. So basically we are going to use salt sand in the bottom right over there that will create bubbles and pushes the player or any entity going up. So let's put a temporary block right over here. And let's close this and let's remove this. So yes, so well, now we're here in the, oops, we should have used white stained glass. So basically now we're here in the sea level. Of course, you also need to contain this so we're not going anywhere, right? Although this is already part of the water, but of course we still have to make it secure for ourselves not to bump to this roof part right over here or in this platform. But anyways, of course, this is also necessary that we have to make this like a tube. But anyways, so well, I know this is gonna be awesome, right? And now we're turning this flowing water into water source blocks, so it has to create bubbles up to this level. And it's raining, which is pretty gloomy, right? I don't like this rather. But anyway, so let's remove this strand of sea kelp. Of course, these will eventually turn all of these water into water source blocks. So let's remove this and let's place... It's kept on pushing me. Let's place this salt sand right over here. And... why is this water keep on flowing though? Let's do this first and let's remove that. And... oh yeah, I just remembered that these are those are source blocks. I really got used to flowing waters. But anyway, so we got some science right over there. So well, we're done on this section right over here. So basically we can already use these science right over here. Let's get this. And why did I do that though? That's pretty stupid. We wasted 1 block of lime stained glass. But anyway, that's fine. So let's place this signs right over here, so at least it will be neat, right? Anyway, so let's try this, and I hope this is pretty safe, and I hope this will not push us to Mars, and well, that's pretty corny though. But anyways, I guess this is good now. So now it's time, well, yeah. So now it's time to work on this side right over here. So basically, this is going to be levels by levels. Of course, you have to make an access on this level right over here, because we are going to make something here on the next episode, but that's the, you have to find out that on the next episode, right? And now we're done with both of the elevators. So basically, this one is the express one, and this one is just the normal one. So we're done here. So now it's time to move on and work on this flooring right over here. Of course, you don't want this gravel. We want something nicer, right? Of course, you have to remove this and flatten it out and replace this with some other blocks. But on that side right over there, I guess we can retain those gravel flooring. But on this part, we have to have something better. And well, I guess this is even better, right? I know this is pretty expensive, but I guess I already have butchered enough squids for us to do this. But of course, you are going to butcher more, right? In order to have more of these dark prismaries. Of course, I really like these blocks. But anyways, so now it's time to move on. On this side right over here, we are going to have smelteries. And on this side, we are going to have the storage area for our items. So basically, like I said, this is our base of operations. Of course, you have to have some functions for this place, right? And now we have a storage area on this side and the smeltery on this side. And that thunderstorm is pretty annoying though. Well, just ignore it, guys. But anyway, so we got our storage area here for most of our stuff, of course, except for the fishes, right? They won't fit there. But anyway, so on this side right over here, we got two smelteries, super smeltery, not that super though. And we got these single furnaces in the middle. Of course, from time to time, we also need to smelt in few amounts, so we definitely did that. So the next thing that we have to build are the balcony on the top right over here. I'm planning to have like staircases on the side right over here, and the path going on that middle section right over there, because I'm planning to transfer our nether portal in that place right over there, because I think this is a nice area, a nice entrance for our base for other players, right? Well, this looks pretty awesome, so I guess it's gonna be a good setup for this base. Well, I had some change of plans of putting up this box storage area on the top part right over here, and as well as these stairs right over here. Well, I just decided to put it here because it looks better, I guess. Well, I guess we're done here. So now it's time to put up our nether portal in this part right over here. Of course, we have to make it somehow a little bigger compared to what we have. So we are making a 4x4 nether portal, but including the obsidians, it's going to be 6x6, right? So let's place it in this manner. Of course, later on, we are also going to decorate this somehow just to make it look better. So let's test it first. I hope we are going to go back to the same spot or the same nether portal that we have here in the nether in the nether. Of course, well, like expected, we arrived in the same spot, so well, it's good, right? And I hope this will bring us back to the same nether portal that we have just set up. And yes, well, at least it worked, right? And yeah, on the second shot, I thought that everything will be alright, but there's a little lag that happened. But anyway, so now I guess the last thing that we need to do is just to decorate this nether portal just to make it look good. Of course, we have to do it somehow, I guess. And that nether portal looks kind of mad though. But I guess it's fine. Well, what I'm thinking here is something like we got some collection of artifacts or old stuff right over here, including the stairs. But it seems like we have a stage right over here of a theater. Well, it looks nice, right? It looks kind of dramatic. But anyways, so, well, I guess the last thing that I have to do, maybe off cam, is to fill up the storage chest with those items that we got there, including the fishes and the prismaries that we have. So basically, I'm going to do that offline. And on the next episode, we are going to work again on the surface, on the top, on the platform. Of course, you have to get out here, right? But anyway, so I guess this is the only time that I got for this episode. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. This has been mikeyperion, and I'll see you guys next time.